In 2022, there's going to be a record number of Black women running for mayor, governor, and Senate, and they're aiming to correct these long-term disparities.
And how can consumers and corporations do their part to impact the success of Black women entrepreneurs?
I think 41% of Black businesses went out of business as a result of COVID, and the percentage of women was at the all-time high. If you are employed in an organization, take a look and ask your supplier diversity. How many Black women suppliers does this organization support?
This conversation was brought to you by Lowe's, a proud founding partner of the Black Information Network.
Julius White. Here's the latest from the Black Information Network. The U.S. ambassador to the United Nations says Russia's actions continue to undermine Ukraine's sovereignty. Speaking to the UN General Assembly, African-American Linda Thomas Greenfield noted Russia is using disinformation campaigns and cyber attacks. The Pentagon is approving a request for National Guard assistance as a trucker convoy plans to head to the nation's capital. Defense Secretary, African-American Lloyd Austin, approved the request from the D.C. Metro Police Department and U.S. Capitol Police. The average price of gas is soaring. University of Central Florida economist Sean Snape expects it'll go up another 50 cents a gallon by Memorial Day. Dr. Snape doesn't think President Biden's ban on the import of Russian oil into the U.S. will have much impact on gas prices because
we don't import a tremendous amount of oil from Russia into the United States.
I'm Julius White on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com. Journalism at work.
Because truth matters.
BIN 970 at 1630. Sports on the Black Information Network. The NFL is announcing this year's salary cap. The league announced that the cap will be set at $208.2 million for the 2022 season. That's a steep increase from last year, which was set at $182.5 million. That figure was lower due to lost revenues stemming from the COVID-19 pandemic. The countdown toward the league's new year draws closer as teams must get under the salary cap by March 16th. That will also mark the start of NFL free agency. The Patriots are moving on from a two-time Super Bowl champion. New England released linebacker Kyle Van Noy. The 30-year-old Van Noy was set to count $7.3 million against the salary cap this season. He signed a 2-year deal with the Patriots last March. Van Noy played for New England from 2016 to 2019 and then returned for the 2021 season. He recorded 66 tackles and 5 sacks through 16 games last season. The Oklahoma Sooners will honor a former Heisman winner. Oklahoma will dedicate a statue to Baker Mayfield on April 23rd after the spring football game. Mayfield won the Heisman in 2017 when he threw for over 4,600 yards and 43 touchdowns and led OU to a Big 12 conference title and a trip to the college football playoff. The current Cleveland Browns quarterback said in a statement, "It's humbling and surreal to think about having a statue in iconic Heisman Park." The Packers are laying all the cards on the table for Aaron Rodgers. ESPN reports Green Bay has offered the 38-year-old quarterback a potentially market-shattering deal. Rodgers reportedly is mulling his future over after spending all 17 seasons of his career with the Packers. He's set to account for $46.1 million of Green Bay's payroll as he heads into the final year of his deal. The Denver Broncos are reportedly a contender to land Rodgers as they are willing to trade for him through a new contract or with a draft pick compensation. Sports at 14 and 44 minutes past each hour. I'm Julius White on the Black Information Network.
A special thank you to 23andMe,
a proud founding partner who shares and supports the mission of the Black Information Network.
In 1966, Huey Newton and Bobby Seale created the Black Panther Party to fight police suppression of blacks in Oakland, California.
We have to understand that we're talking about our survival and nothing else.
2 years later, the party started the People's Free Medical Clinic to address systemic discrimination against blacks in hospitals and private medical practices. Because while discrimination was illegal, there was no enforcement. By 1970, all Black Panther chapters across the country were required to establish clinics. Trusted volunteer professionals staff the free clinic and also train community members as lab technicians, patient advocates, and community healthcare workers. The clinics primarily provided first Medicaid and basic services such as childhood vaccinations and screenings with a later focus on sickle cell anemia, leading the U.S. Congress to pass the National Sickle Cell Anemia Control Act of 1972. By 1975, most of the clinics were shuttered due to years of intense scrutiny from government agencies. And that's a fact. I'm Big Sue on the Black Information Network.
Entertainment news on the Black Information Network.
A sequel to I Am Legend is in the works with Will Smith and Michael B. Jordan. According to Deadline Hollywood, the pair will both star in and produce the project, which is a sequel to the 2007 zombie apocalypse film starring Will Smith. The film grossed almost $600 million worldwide. Plot details are still unknown, and a director has not been attached to the project as of yet. Meanwhile, King Richard was a big winner at the 72nd annual